I just moved into my dream house and this is my brand new bedroom. But I literally just moved in today and I don't even have a place to sleep, so the very first thing I need to do is build my bed. Once the bed was done, I brought my desk upstairs along with the Alex drawers and finished putting it all together. It's already looking so good, but before I continue, I'm gonna go to bed and continue building the gaming setup tomorrow. Boom. And it is now day number 2, and we're gonna start off by setting up the monitors, and this isn't just gonna be a normal monitor layout. I'm trying to build a gaming setup that I've never built before, and a lot of people have never done on the internet before, so let me show you guys my plan. I do stream quite a bit, so I wanted to go with a triple monitor layout, so I'm going 2 horizontal ones over here, which is normal, and I'm gonna have a third monitor that's vertical. I actually have it tucked away inside of my closet, but here it is. As you guys can see, it is extremely curved. It's an OLED 1440p 240 hertz, so that itself is an insane gaming monitor. The first thing I definitely need to do though is get both of these mounts completely set up, and then we can start attaching all the monitors. Almost an hour later, the monitors are fully set up and it looks absolutely insane. It honestly looks so clean. I tried to line everything up, and the reason there's a gap here is since I stream, I want to have like a webcam and like a key light over there. And then obviously right over here is where the gaming PC goes. And this is my gaming or streaming PC, and the specs are absolutely insane and it looks so good. So inside of this gaming PC, for the main specs, it has an RTX 5070 Ti, 32 gigabytes of DDR5 RAM, and for the CPU or processor, it has the Ryzen 7 9800X 3D, plus like it has really good like cooling parts and everything. It just looks so good, and it's a completely custom built PC. And I'm gonna be pairing it with my own mouse pad from Elevate Culture. This is one of the new colorways, but I have a bunch of new designs and everything, so you guys can check that out down below. It's completely relaunched very soon. Just by adding the mouse pad, look at how much color it added to the setup, and it really spiced it up. But of course, we're missing the keyboard and mouse. So I do honestly switch these quite often, but this is my $700 custom keyboard with banana switches. Quick typing test. It sounds really good. Honestly, you can buy some of these like for way cheaper now. Keyboards have gotten really good. I got this like back in 2022. And then this is just like a Corsair mouse. The only reason I really like it is because it's like very light. They sent it to me. The gaming setup is coming together very clean, but the rest of the room is super empty. So the next thing I need to do is bring in some shelves and like some mirrors and kind of start setting some things up in the room because it's just way too empty. I brought in so many things, so this shelf honestly fits perfectly right over there. I really do like this corner shelf, but now looking at it, I don't really like the nightstand being here because when I open the door, it also blocks it. But I think I will change that. First though, I have a bunch of Ikea lac shelves I'm gonna be hanging all over the room. And then I think over here, what I'm gonna be doing is having a mirror and then a pegboard over here with like some keyboards, maybe some camera gear. I think that would look really cool. But like I mentioned, I think this part of the room is a little bit too busy. There's like a little bit too much furniture going on. So what I think I'm gonna do is actually replace this little nightstand over here with like a little bamboo fake plant, kind of add some greenery, add some color into the room, and I'll also add a little lamp so it'll look cool for like stream background, since the kind of stream will be somewhere around here, like this type of angle. So yeah, let's quickly add that, and I think it's gonna look way better. All right, this thing is kind of heavy, I'm not gonna lie. So what I'm thinking instead is adding one of these and then having the bulb kind of go this way, so then it'll kind of reflect light over here, and then kind of cover it just like this so it will like kind of make it look a little bit nicer. That actually looks so much better than the nightstand. I am definitely keeping that, and for the stream background, that's gonna look sick. Obviously, I still need to actually decorate all of this, and we're gonna add like a ton of decorations, but before we do that, I have a ton of Ikea lac shelves in different sizes, but the only issue is, obviously you drill this into the wall and I don't really have all the drilling equipment I want. So I ordered this. It's basically like a full wall mount kind of kit. It does come later today, which means tonight I will be able to actually mount a lot of the wall shelves all around here. But in the meanwhile, we still have a few things to unbox and get ready. Oh, and I'm also gonna mount that pegboard. But yeah, I'm just gonna wait for all the wall mounting equipment before I start drilling into my wall. But let's just unbox the mirror and then we can continue building the gaming setup as well. I think mirrors are such a good addition to any room because it makes it look way, way bigger. Honestly, this room that I'm building in isn't really that big at all. So this is just gonna be really, really helpful. And I mean, I guess you can also do like fit checks and all that. I'm pretty sure this is already completely like set up as well. We shouldn't have to like screw anything in. It should just be like really, really easy. It has the stand and everything, I think. I did buy this mirror from Amazon and let's hope it's good. Yeah, it's literally perfectly fine. That always is a little bit of a risk whenever you're buying a mirror online. So here is the mirror. You guys can kind of see yourself. It actually is like literally the perfect size. I'm not gonna lie. I want to still have space obviously on this wall because I'm trying to like hang this pegboard up. I really am dying to just get the pegboard. If it's actually drilled in, yeah, that literally fits like perfectly. Since I will be using this insane gaming setup for streaming as well, I need a spot for my camera. So I think I'm gonna add my camera and a key light right over here. I'm gonna have like my microphone somewhere around here. And then once I kind of bring it in, I might play around with it a little bit. But it's definitely gonna start looking a lot more full because even though it looks really, really good, it still is like kind of plain. And I actually might even put another shelf that I'm gonna drill up here. Right now, let's just bring in all the kind of recording and streaming equipment. It's literally been over an hour. I basically completely reshifted this entire setup. So now this is how it's looking. If you guys can notice, these monitors are pushed way more back. This camera I'm actually gonna be using for streaming. They sent me a few months ago. It's called like the Hollyland 4K Lyra or something, but it has this little tiny mount over here. So what I just ordered was like this 9-inch newer kind of light. It's still gonna be pretty big to be honest, and it might be covered up a little bit, but it's definitely gonna be much smaller than this because this is almost 14 inches. So yeah, that 9-inch light will just clamp right on top of here and that will be really, really good. The microphone I'm using is the Shure SM7B and I kind of have it routed around where I could actually hide this as soon as I want to, so I can actually just bring it right behind this monitor whenever I'm not streaming or recording. Then we have the Go XLR Mini. But anyways, that's it for the audio. And then on top of here, I have a little like monitor light. This is about like 30 bucks, $40 from Amazon. I really, really like it. So yeah, the entire setup looks like pretty packed, but also like it's not too crazy. The order with these actual wall mounts is now out for delivery and it should be arriving in less than 3 hours. Also, don't ask why I have paper towels. I legit just moved inside of this house yesterday and started building this setup, so I'm like missing so many things. That's why, if anyone's curious. To be honest, the rest of the room is definitely missing a lot as well, so it's time to start decorating. I'm gonna get some fake plants, and we can also start on the RGB while we wait until we can mount these shelves. For the lighting, I actually brought in a bunch of old lights from my house, and yeah, it's all inside of this box, so I have a lot. Most of the lights that I do use, honestly, are from Govee, and I also have a ton of floodlights as well. So as you can see, we have like Govee LED bulbs for lights. We have Govee strips, little random Alexa over here. And then, yeah, we have a ton of these floodlights. These really, really light up the room. And then I have a bunch more as well, like more Govee stuff, and then like even more Govee glides. These I'm gonna add behind the monitors. It's basically like kind of Govee panels, or I don't know, Govee light bars, and these look really, really nice behind the setup. So yeah, I also, apart from this, am gonna be adding some light bars. Of course, this is like a Govee light bar. Again, I'm not sponsored by Govee, but yeah, everything that I use in this setup or in this room will be linked down below, and they are affiliate links, so they don't cost more, but they help support me. But yeah, everything, since I'm using so much stuff, will be linked down below for anyone interested. interested. However, I think we should just get started on adding RGB. I'm gonna start off on the gaming setup first. So my idea is to actually get one of these simple RGB strips and put it around the entire setup. I also am thinking of actually leaving this light right over there, and I'll move it more towards the corner and I'll kind of cover it with a plant in the future. Plus, we're gonna use a ton of those floodlights, and I do like to add them on the corners of the desks so they don't blind you, but they add a lot of RGB, and that shouldn't be too hard to do. Once all that RGB lighting is on, this gaming setup is gonna look insane. There are a lot of cables. Obviously, I need to cable manage everything, and I actually will make sure I do good cable management. But now we need to add a little bit of RGB around the room, but not too much. I just finished adding the RGB around the entire room, and I might even add a little bit more, to be completely honest, but obviously it clearly isn't on. It's gonna look insane when it's on, but guess what just arrived? The wall anchor kit with a bunch of different screws, and I'm gonna be using a lot of these because I have a lot to actually set up in here. I think one of these shelves would look really, really good right over here. It actually completes it really nicely, and I could add a ton of decorations and stuff right over on top of that. But what I want to hang first before I actually drill this shelf in is this pegboard from Ikea, because all these other ones are shelves and I feel like this one's easier. So I'm gonna just put it right over here, and then I'll start doing all the shelves, not only on the setup but just around the whole room. All right, slight issue, I actually don't have a leveler, so I'm gonna use this app. It literally basically works as a leveler. It kind of is the best thing I can do. It actually seems pretty accurate. I was testing it out and I had to pay for it. So, okay, so for now, we actually don't need the pegboard. We just need this, and I just need to make sure that the mount is straight. Seems pretty simple. Hopefully, I actually do it right. So we got our leveler here and then a pen, because we're gonna mark this. I actually never used to level things when I would mount them, so they were always kind of not straight. Okay, that honestly turned out perfect. It looks more than fine. I don't know if it's 1,000,000,000% straight. I literally can't tell. It looks completely straight to me. And this is gonna look so cool when we actually can put keyboards, mice, headsets, just a bunch of gaming tech on there. And I left a little bit of space here so we can add maybe a plant or something, but I actually think that's perfect. The mirror right there is really, really nice. I'm gonna literally do the exact same thing that I did on the pegboard up on there, and hopefully it turns out good. It's actually insane how much of a difference a few shelves really make to the room, and the best part is they're completely empty. There's nothing on these shelves at all. And of course this pegboard, but for this shelf specifically, I actually left it off a little bit because I'm gonna add a hanging plant right over here. I think it's literally gonna fill up this spot really, really nicely, and then I am so excited to really spice this up with a bunch of posters, and I actually think adding another poster over there will look really, really nice. But before I start adding things to those shelves and the pegboard, it is currently past 11. As you guys can see, I've been working on this setup pretty much the whole day, and I'm surprised my neighbors haven't even knocked on my door with the amount of knocking I was doing on my walls. But I need to go to church tomorrow and I'm super tired, so I think I will be able to finish this on day number 3. Day number 3, and we should finally be finishing not only the gaming setup, but the entire room. I did bring in the chair real quick. This is obviously a Herman Miller. It is super comfortable, but really expensive, so you don't really need to buy that. But for the room, the next thing I want to do is start adding some posters. And outside, I actually got ready so many different decorations. It's kind of insane. I also bought some new posters from Amazon. I got some random ones, we got of course, the YouTube plaque, some of my old posters, and even more posters in that box. So let's go ahead and actually unbox the brand new posters. These are like car posters, and I think I'm gonna put them right over there. I already have a few car posters, so I will hang these around the room, but these ones are like kind of big. So I also got some new ones. I think they're gonna look really, really nice here. I have no idea which one this is. I'm really hoping the print quality on these is good. And the first one, okay, yo, this one actually looks pretty sick. It's not like the best print quality, but I of course have a frame for it as well. It is a BMW M3 because I got a BMW M3, and this actually looks exactly like mine, I'm not gonna lie. So that looks pretty nice. I bought a bunch of these like BMW ones. I can't find them, so I need to go look real quick. Good news, I found all of them. So there are 9 posters in here, and it doesn't look like they really bent. I'm obviously not gonna be using all 9, but the only thing I need to do is put those in frames, and I'm just gonna put them all under here. I'm thinking 3 under there, and then 1 right over here. That actually looks amazing. It's not 100% perfectly straight, but you literally are not able to tell at all. Also, with this gap over here, the reason I left that much of a gap is because I'm actually gonna hang like a flowing plant, and it's gonna look really, really nice as it comes down. But that is only this part of the wall. I still wanna hang posters around. So before I do any other type of decorating, let's just hang posters around the entire room. I'm gonna try not to overdo it, but we're definitely gonna get rid of some of the blank space for sure. Honestly, I'm gonna leave that there for now. I might change it, but I don't really think there is anywhere else I can add posters, because obviously that's behind my door. I think it's just overdoing it if I add some over there. I really like how that looks, and then honestly, there isn't really any space around the setup at all. Before I actually decorate this part of the room here, I actually wanna kind of finish up what I started over here. So I wanna hang up some things over there, and I also wanna hang some things on top of the setup. I have pretty much any and every decoration here. So many keyboards. There's just so much all around here inside of these boxes as well. So yeah, this is gonna take a while because I'm a little bit picky. I just want to make it perfect. But so let's get started. It's honestly insane how much of a difference a few little changes and like kind of additions to the room really completely transforms it. Right now, this is how I have the top of the setup looking. I almost guarantee I'm gonna change that later, but for now, what I actually want to get started working on is this section. I'm not 100% sure what I want to do yet. I'm thinking of like adding just a bunch of keyboards since I have so many, or kind of going with like a half keyboard, half type of like headset or something kind of layout. But the one thing that I need to point out is it is already 6 p.m. and I'm trying to finish this whole room today, and we kind of are a little bit off track. I'm taking a lot of time decorating, so I need to lock in. I genuinely cannot believe this is my room. The transformation it has gone is just insane. So far, the fact that the room looks this good and there's legit no RGB lights, like it's all turned off and it just looks this insane. I've never in my life actually put this much effort into a room, and yeah, it's day number 3, but I'm gonna push through. I really wanna finish this setup. I'm literally dying to see how good this room looks. I really, really wanna see it today. I still will actually add a few things over here, like some kind of puck lights, and add a little bit of RGB, but there's still one kind of big thing that I need to finish, which is this entire part of the room. I actually kind of have a good idea of how I want to organize this shelf, so I'm not really too concerned about that. This, I'm not really sure, and leave in the comments if I should add anything right in between here. I honestly have no ideas. I think I'm gonna just kind of keep it plain, but I'm just gonna focus on decorating both of these shelves, and then there's actually one more thing I still need to finish. There's genuinely so much stuff inside of this room, from like car Legos, keyboards, posters, controllers, like, and just so much. Honestly, I've never had so many things in one room, but like, dude, it's actually insane. Like, even right here, there are so many things that I've collected over the years, and finally I get to showcase them pretty nicely. The sad thing is, a lot of these low-key were just sitting in storage and I literally was never using them. So I just bought these on Amazon. This is specifically a 6-pack, but they're basically like RGB kind of like puck lights, and you stick these underneath the shelves. They are battery powered, so I do need to make sure that I do turn them off. However, they're just like remote controlled. I mainly honestly got it for this shelf because I want to add one under each of these posters, and like, of course, the YouTube flag. Let's go. 1 mil soon, 1 mil soon. But let's add those real quick, and I think that will almost be done for the decorations, because honestly, there is so much like tech and just like stuff inside of this room right now. Installing all the puck lights under the shelves is really easy, and like I mentioned, there are these little remotes which we should be able to use to actually power them on and like actually change the color, which will be really cool. However, the one bad thing I noticed is each of them have 3 AA batteries, so I definitely need to buy rechargeable batteries, because honestly, you're probably going to be running through batteries pretty often. But now I am actually getting really tired. The room is so close to being done. But now let's get the entire gaming setup finished, connected, and then cut to the final setup cinematic. I'll put everything I used for this setup room in the description, along with my brand new Elevate Culture mouse pads. Subscribe, because this is only the first of many new rooms I'm gonna be building inside of the house I just moved into. You can check out my second channel, where I'm probably gonna be posting a full dedicated tour of everything inside of the setup, but more importantly, remember, Jesus loves you, and that's about it. God bless.